all of us want a strong and powerful team while doing difficult challenges or while fighting against a tough opponent, and that's why we try different team combinations to find the best team to use against a particular enemy. While doing this, we find out some of the most overpowered team combos where all party members synergize extremely well with each other. And in this video, I'll show you one of such teams which in my opinion is the most overpowered team in Genshin Impact. So, without any further delay, let's jump right into the video. Now, the most overpowered team needs the most overpowered DPS in the game, and currently Mavuika fits the bill perfectly. For those who don't know, Mavuika is a pyro DPS who deals a ton of damage through her elemental burst. In fact, she does the highest amount of damage through her burst, which makes her the most powerful nuker in the game. And with the right setup, she can defeat most of the bosses in just a single hit. Because of that, we're going to use Mavuika as a DPS for this team. Now, we all know that Bennett is one of the best support for almost all pyro DPS, as he not only provides a ton of attack boost from his burst, as well as from Noblesse Oblige set, but he also helps in activating pyro resonance, which increases everyone's attack by 25%, which makes Bennett the ultimate source of attack bonus for all pyro DPS. On top of that, if your Benny is at C6, he provides an additional 15% pyro damage bonus to sword, claymore, and polearm-wielding characters, which also benefits Mavuika. As a result, we're using Benny as our very first support for Mavuika. As for our next support, we need a strong cryo character who can enable Mavuika to do melt damage, as that'll double her damage output. And currently, Seatlolly is the best cryo support for Mavuika, as she reduces opponents' pyro resistance by 20%, as well as provides up to 40% pyro damage bonus through this artifact set, which increases Mavuika's damage by a huge margin. So, Seatlolly not only helps Mavuika in doing melt damage, but also gives a lot of buffs to Mavuika, which is exactly what she needs to boost her damage. However, Mavuika also needs a good amount of elemental mastery to deal next-level damage through melt reaction. And that's where Sucrose come into play. So, whenever Sucrose's elemental skill or elemental burst hits an opponent, elemental mastery of the whole party will be increased by 20% of Sucrose's elemental mastery. And it's quite easy to reach about 900 to 1000 elemental mastery on Sucrose, which will give about 180 to 200 elemental mastery to the whole team. And that's not all. She also gives an additional 50 elemental mastery to the characters whose element got swirled by Sucrose, which means that she can easily give about 230 to 250 elemental mastery to the whole party. And being in a Nemo unit, she can also use the Viridescent Veneer set to reduce enemies' resistance, in this case pyro resistance, by 40%. So Sucrose not only gives a huge EM bonus to Mavuika, but also shreds enemies' defenses, letting Mavuika deal massive damage to enemies. And with the help of this team, Mavuika did over 1 million burst damage in Spiral Abyss, even without her signature weapon and at Constellation 0. So, you can imagine the level of damage she will unleash after getting her hands on her signature weapon. So, in my humble opinion, this is definitely the most overpowered team in Genshin Impact. Let me know what you guys think about this team in the comments, and I'll see you guys in my next video. See ya!